side in 3, 2, 1, action.
Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to part 2 of the interview with Master Sri Akarshana. If you missed part 1, don't worry, you can find the link in the description below. Have you ever asked yourself, am I doing the right thing? Am I on the right path? Or maybe you ask yourself, how can I keep faith during life challenges? This is what Master will answer today. So no more waiting, let's get straight into it.
I think this always reminds me of a story of somebody who asked a monk about how do we know when we are doing, if what we are enjoying or what we choose to do or making those good decisions in life, or how do we know that's what God wants us to do? And then the response was that between God and what's good is nothing in between, the O in between, making God into good. And what that meaning was that if we are doing something that we feel good doing, meaning that we enjoy, if we are doing something that is doing good for us or for something beyond us, then that is doing God, that is God's guidance. So I think in everything that we do, whether it's you coming out to Dubai this time, is am I improving? Am I doing good? Is it good for me? Is it good for other people? You know, these things. If the answer is yes, then actually it's the right choice. You know, I don't think anybody's ever regretted doing good before. We never make a decision to do good and then later on regret, oh, I wish I never did good. I don't think people usually regret that. So I think just follow our hearts. You know, I think deep down inside we know exactly what we want and we know exactly what is good for us and what is not.
Yeah, it's just that sometimes I'm thinking like, is it my mind speaking or my intuition guiding me? This is why I'm having those kind of thoughts to say, am I doing the right things?
If you're doing good, it's something that's beyond us. You know, I think our mind a lot of the time, because we need to understand the difference here. Our mind is programmed to protect us. So because it's programmed to protect us, there's a lot of fear and a lot of doubt that is there. And so usually that fear and doubt makes us sabotage things, do things because of ego, and not have the courage and things like that. So that's the mind. Mind is always trying to protect, trying to restrict, trying to control. When we talk about intuition, downloads, intuitively, the divine guiding us, it's not limited, and there is no fear there. So when we know a thought is coming from a space without fear, is coming from a space with no scarcity, no doubts, no negativity, then that is not intuition. The divine will never channel that message through for you. It's just your mind protecting you. So when you want to know the difference, again, it's back to the same thing. You know, is this good? You know, is this what I really want? Does this make me happy?
Thank you. It's I think the more I speak with you, the more I get clarity that I'm feeling good doing that, and this is why, that's really. This is also my question, that about when we are going through this kind of moment of doubts or life-challenging moments. What kind of advice can you give, or to how to stay hopeful and not lose actually the faith? Or
I think there's two parts to it. If we look at a more practical way of thinking about it, we always understand when we talk about manifestation is what we focus on expands. So human tendency is to focus on the problems and focus on the challenges. And then they end up playing the blame game and playing the victim. They start asking the question, why is this happening to me? It shouldn't be this way. It's not fair. This is not what I expected, you know. And there's fear, there's doubts. What if it doesn't go right? So everything, again, is all those negative thoughts. Now, we all have it, because some people, they look at people like you, like me, and they probably think, oh, they talk about manifestation, they teach manifestation, so they must always be positive. But we all have that same human mind, actually. So it's not that there's never doubts or fears or there's never negativity. No, the mind's natural programming is to do that, so it will have it. But I think the time it takes to shift it is very different between people. That's the difference. So maybe a negative thought appears and I will entertain it for 10, 15 seconds. Maybe for some practitioners, 1 hour, 2 hours. Maybe for some 1 day. But maybe for the average person, 1 month or 1 lifetime. And so that's the difference, because they don't realize that the more I think about the problem, the more problems I have. They don't realize that, yes, there may be a black hole here and there may be a problem. But if I can look up and look at the light, that actually I only see the light now and my answers will come. And the problem will subside, because energy loves attention, and when you don't give it attention, it needs to find somewhere else to go. So then your problems just find somewhere else to go very naturally, because you manifest it by looking at the bright side. And so I think that's the more practical way to think about it, just, where focus goes, energy flows, and results show. But then if I talk about a slightly more spiritual approach to looking at it, I think it's again to do with our connection with the Almighty, God, universe, whatever we want to name that energy. Because any given time and any moment, anything happening, doesn't matter how big the challenge is, my first protocol is always just to check that my hands are still moving and that I'm still alive and that I'm still breathing. And most of the time, I say maybe 100% of the time, I am still alive, I'm still breathing. And so when I am, I cannot do anything else actually but feel gratitude and just be grateful that I'm alive. Like, what else can I do? I'm just grateful to whoever you are up there. I'm just grateful. I have nothing else to say, Like, I think you may know that during Christmas time, I lost about $2 million on a crypto thing, yeah. So my wallet got stolen, got hacked. It's about $2 million like that. But you see, that's the bad news. If I focus on it, oh, life is terrible. I worked so hard for that money, it's suddenly all just gone, Yeah. But not many people think about the good news. So the bad news was there. I focused on the light, and what was my good news? My good news, I did a check. I said, hey, wait there a second, I'm alive. You mean they only stole my money? They didn't steal my heart, my organs. They didn't steal my arms, my legs. They didn't steal my head. You mean I'm still alive? I was like, oh, I'm so grateful. Yeah. And so I feel like my connection with that divine power who is protecting my life, regardless of all the challenges that I may go through or continue to go through or been through, I'm like, wow, you're gifting me the biggest gift in the world, and that is life itself, because we can't forget there are people dying in every moment. Yeah. And we're blessed to be alive. And if we can have that attitude of gratitude, what we appreciates. So if we keep appreciating life, our life will get better and better.
And I think we are getting stronger after that, I think.
Yes.
Know that we are alive, and we see life differently.
That's right.
Like giving priority also in meaningful things. Yeah. I experienced, also I was hacked also, but not with the same amount. And actually I laughed about the situation. it was for me like quite huge also. But I mean, even though I lost this money and I'm still alive, and actually I don't miss this money because I'm still doing the things that I want. I'm traveling, and I also have like a difficult period where I almost lost my father. He did two stroke for Christmas 2 years ago. Now he's perfectly healthy, but for me it was this moment that I kind of question about life, actually the meaning behind this and why it's happening. And this is how actually you show up on my social media, that I just found you, and I also manifested many things after that. And but this is at the moment that I decided that, yeah, I need to do something for my life, something that I feel joy and I feel like I can also provide and also take care of my parents, but also above all focus on what makes me happy. Because I know that if I'm happy, they are happy actually, and also I can make other people be happy and inspire them. And it was really life changing. So this is why also I'm doing this YouTube channel to make people realize that. And this is why also I'm asking all those questions. Because I know that sometimes it's really hard to give the right answer. So as your experience, your high level of spirituality, and also you went through a lot of also through your life and experienced many things, you are really skilled. And as my mentor, also a manifestation coach, I know that you have all the answers. And so this was part 2 of the 30-minute interview with Master Sri Akarshana. Let me remind you, part 1 is in the description below. So now let me ask you this question. What is your biggest takeaway? Are you on the right path? Are you doing the right things? Are you keeping faith no matter what's happening in your life? Let me know in the comment below. So what to expect next week for the 3rd part? Master will reveal the most important things when it comes to manifestation. And also, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because also Master will share the most important advice he ever received in his life. So stay tuned and see you on Sunday for the guided meditation, Tuesday for the affirmations, and next week for the 3rd part of the 30-minute interview with Master Sri Akarshana. Until next time, keep faith, believe in yourself, take care of yourself,